Hi everyone, I'm Tom. Today I'm teaching you how to reduce fractions. Learning how to reduce fractions is essential when doing measurements in construction. Let's take a look at this tape measure and its graduations. If you look closely, each graduation is equivalent to 1/16 of an inch. You will notice that the graduations have 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, and so on. Why does it say 1/8 instead of 2/16? It is because 1/8 is the reduced form of 2/16. Same thing as 1/4, which is the reduced form of 4/16. So how do we reduce fractions to their simplest forms? Let's find Jane and see if she needs our help. Jane has a pipe with a length of 8 and 12/16 inches. She wants to know how she can get this fraction reduced to its simplest form. One way to do this is by finding the greatest common factor, or GCF, between the numbers 12 and 16. Factor is a number that divides a number completely without leaving any remainder. Let's start with the number 12 and write down all its factors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Let's do the number 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Now that we have all of their factors written down, let's note which factors they have in common. So what is the GCF between 12 and 16? The answer is 4. You got it! Now that we know their GCF, let's reduce the fraction 8 and 12/16 to its simplest form. Let's divide both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So now we have our final answer of 8 and 3/4. Just remember that dividing both the numerator and denominator by the same number does not change the value of the fraction. Please note that even without the GCF, we can still reduce a fraction using any number that is a factor of both the numerator and the denominator until the fraction can no longer be reduced any further. Let's take a look at 8, 12, 16 again. We can see that both 12 and 16 are even numbers. Even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 without any remainder. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now we have the fraction 8 and 6/8. Let's take a look at our fraction again. You'll notice that both 6 and 8 are still even numbers. Let's reduce our fraction even further. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now we have our final answer of 8 and 3/4. Jane is happy to know that her pipe is 8 and 3/4 inches long. Understanding fractions is a must when doing measurements in construction. If Jane were to build a staircase and was off even just 1/16 of an inch on each stair, she'd be off an entire inch after building 16 stairs. Even the smallest fraction of an inch is important in construction. And speaking of fractions, always remember to express your final answers in their simplest forms. And that's the end of our lesson. Thanks for watching.